Hello lovely people. Today we will be looking at some RCAs from AliExpress. So before we start, I want to say a big thank you to all of you who supported me via Patreon or directly to PayPal. And because of that, I can buy some cool stuff. So I decided to do something that I always wanted, but I couldn't because I didn't want to not invest, but lose money maybe. I bought loads of RCAs from AliExpress, and I will put all the links for these specific RCAs in the video description so you can check them out. I do have the prices that I bought them for because price it varies depending on the seller and depending on the quantity and that kind of stuff. Let me take them out of the bags and I'm going to show you what we're working with. Okay, so a lot of people online constantly ask what RCAs do you use, what you should use, which ones are the best, and that kind of stuff. And RCAs depend on the actual country where you live in, because not every country will have the same available like locally on Amazon, on eBay or whatever. However, these you can buy them on from China, from AliExpress, and they're very cheap. So in this video, we're not gonna measure anything, you're not gonna learn much. However, I will give you my touchy-feely opinion about these specific RCAs. Now we have RCAs from very different price brackets. However, all of them are cheap and budget. So the cheapest ones start at £1.14. Apologies, guys, I'm not going to convert this to dollars. You can do it yourself. And this is the price for 4 units, not for one RCA, but for 4. So the cheapest one's 114, so that brings like 25 pence per RCA, and the most expensive ones gonna be 490 per 4 units. So that's like £1.27 per unit, something like that. So for as a reference, I do have these ones which I use in my specific system. So these are RCAs made by Nutric. It's Rian, Nutric Rian. Maybe I'm pronouncing it wrong. A lot of people use it. There's different variations of these RCAs. You can have them longer, similar to these ones. They're different colors, silver, gold plated, white, like different combinations of them, and depending where you buy them, you can get them very cheap if you buy them in big quantity. So I buy them on eBay, and I paid, I believe, £7 or £8 for a pack of 4. So it's a bit more expensive than all of these. Now, another type of RCAs, I'm not going to cover them, but just want to show you. So these are the fake ones from China, WBT. And these are the screw-on RCAs. So what you do is you put it in and then you screw it. And when you screw it, it kind of tightens the actual plug. However, all of these, they don't screw. You just stick them in and they work. So we do have some props to help me out. I have a caliper, and again, it's gonna be in millimeters, not in inches. Apologies, guys. I live in the UK. And I have a few wires just to see which ones fit which. So we have, this is just a 12 gauge power wire, but this is something like 4.5 millimeters. This is the cable that I use. It's, there we go, Van Damme Pro grade instrument cable, like a guitar cable. And this one is 6 millimeters. And I have this one, which is Belden, which is a coax cable. And it's a hardcore. And this one is a bit thicker, about 7 millimeters. So we have like different thicknesses to check. So as an example, this new Korean with this 6 millimeter cable and braid, it looks something like this. So let's start from the cheapest ones. 114, these ones. These are the cheapest ones. And probably you've seen them everywhere because these you can buy them literally anywhere and they're the cheapest crap. They're very flimsy, very thin sheet metal, very thin. However, the one surprising part that surprised me the most, inside here, it's bent from factory because why not? You can see this. There's a screw. So usually you have a solder connections. I never seen this, to be honest, and I think I have on another one of these the same. So this is a screw terminal for the center wire of the RCA, the coax cable. Now, in a way, this is a very good thing because you see all of this plastic, apologies for the focus, all this plastic that separates the positive and the ground, when you are not very careful and you try to solder it, a lot of times it melts, it deforms, and one of this center plug goes like sideways. So this is kind of a very cool and good thing because I would imagine if the thread is gonna hold, I will need to test it. It would be very cool. So yeah, but these are very flimsy with this little springy thingy that I really hate. You can feel that they're cheap. You take it in your hands and it feels like almost like paper. But they're the cheapest ones. So yeah, take it for what it is. I wouldn't use them unless you want to test something. They will have a not bad connection, I would imagine, but they're not the best. Now, cable-wise, so this will take, yeah, it will take the 7mm cable easy, the thickest one. Even if I remove this one, yeah, it has loads of space for even a bigger 8 or 9mm cable. So this is similar to the fake WBTs because these can take massive cables as well. So you can put anything. So with these, if you have a smaller cable, like a thin one of some sort, it's not gonna look the best like this because it's just, it needs a thick cable. Okay, so the cheapest ones. Now, second one, 166 for a 4 pair. So this one. Now, from the pictures, it looked kind of cool and kind of good. However, when you take it into your hand, you can feel it straight away that it's not the best quality. Now, you can see here, there's a seam that connects it like that. And the finish is not the best as well. Now, inside, we have exactly the same type screw terminal for the center. And it looks like a bit thicker material, not as thin as this one, but the finish is quite poor. But like if you can hide it, like to the other side, they don't look that bad. Now cable wise, again, 7 is too big, 6 is perfect. Yeah, so 6mm is perfect for this one, and it actually looks like with this, with the cable itself, it looks not bad. It looks quite good. But yeah, the quality is not the best, and you can really see it. From far away, it might look good, but from closer inspection, you can tell that it's a very cheap plug. Okay, third one is 269 for 4, which is this one, smaller one. I was looking at these because these look cool, especially the plug itself, where you have it like that. If it wouldn't have any writing, it would be much better, but hey, it is what it is. So this looks and feels much better quality. The center as well, you can see it's split. So you could potentially have a much tighter connection with this split center. The outside is shiny. It's like, I think it's like gunmetal gray, something like that. I'm not really a fan of this. Let's have a look inside. It is a thicker material, but still thin. Very short. So this is obviously for like maybe behind the head unit where you need some space. It's very short. Oh, yeah. This one is it's not bad. It's just I would prefer not to have any writing on it. However, this one, it has a very small hole. So you definitely wouldn't be able to put the 6mm in. The only would go is like the smaller one. So this is what I measured 4.5 mil. So like up to 5 mil. And it looks cool. I think it looks cool, very short. Again, behind head units, this would be perfect. And again, I really love this plug. It looks very, very nice. You can definitely tell that it's a bit better quality compared to the previous ones, just because of the finish. It's not gonna scratch, it's nothing. This one looks cool. I like this one. Now, another one. I have 284 per pair, which is this one. Now this, from the pictures again, it looks very, very cool. And the cool part is, again, this plug, which has these small holes. And it looks kind of cool. However, the outside, you can see, so this is a brand new. And you can already see you have scratches and stuff. So this finish, I think this is, I don't know if you can see, it's very poor paint job. So this, the shell, the paint job is very bad. However, the shell itself is hefty. It's heavier than the previous ones. So it is a thicker metal. We have these, which again solder. They look quite cool. Not bad, not bad. I love this, how it looks like. But like the actual shell, unless you want to spray paint it yourself black, it might look very cool. But then, yeah, it depends on the longevity. Yeah, this is, paint job is poor, but the plug itself is kind of cool. So, hole, 6mm. Perfect. Perfect fit for 6mm. Thicker one, 7. Is it gonna fit? No, the thicker one is not gonna fit. So this is for a 6mm. Maybe with the, no, with the braiding, you're not gonna fit. So only maybe heat shrink. But yeah, it looks like that. Not bad. I love these holes on the actual, plug. Not bad, not bad, apart from the finish. Finish is horrible. Okay, next in line, we're going to the more expensive stuff. 342 for 4, which is this one. So this finish is, I want to say, exactly the same as this one. They look extremely, extremely similar, the finish-wise. The color might be a tiny bit different, but the finish is kind of the same. Okay, normal plug, split center, which is cool. Now this one, it has kind of two parts. So first, you unscrew the center, which is the solder one, like normal. And the other one is you can unscrew this one. So when you unscrew this, this is for the cable tightening. So we can check which one is gonna, I think it's gonna be this one, 6. Yeah, this 6mm is perfect. So what you do is it acts like a grommet of some sort. So you put this one, you put this one. Obviously, you solder the plug, and then when you tighten this, in theory, should tighten. Yeah, so it does tighten, and you cannot pull it out. So this, the construction, I love it because it's actually very cool. Because on all the other ones, on all of these ones, the only like the stress point is going to be the solder connection for the center pin, and this one, which you have to like squeeze around the cable. But this one, it squeezes the actual jacket, and it's very strong. Yeah, you can pull it out if you pull it very hard, but probably you can tighten a bit more. But I love this construction. It doesn't look as cool, but the cable tightening construction, I like it. I like it. And it looks not bad. Let me put this in. Squeaky, squeaky. Yeah, it looks good. A bit long on the longer side because other ones are short. So even the rayon, it's kind of almost the same length. So you can see when it pulled the jacket, and I love the center when I pulled it out. So it is tight. I don't think it's straight. Yeah, it looks to be sideways. Yeah, it is a bit sideways. Yeah, that's Chinese quality for you. But like this, I never seen this kind of construction on any RCAs, which is very, very cool. Probably there's a lot of plugs with this, but I just haven't seen it. But yeah, I like this. I like this. Looks cool and functional. Okay, now the expensive stuff. 402 is these ones, colored ones. So these plugs come in two colors, blue and red. I don't know why blue, but yeah. And this, it looks to me like, how's it called? Anodized aluminum. When you have that finish, it's not paint. When you have like on bolts and stuff, it looks like anodized. Yeah. Yeah, it's not paint. Again, we have these holes in the actual plug similar to, which one was it? Yeah, similar to this one. Yeah, like that. Very similar these. This one, even you can see that the actual material is a bit thicker compared to the cheaper one. So this one looks very nice. Again, it could be without the logo. I would prefer it without the logo. It is quite long, like longer than the round. Inside, nothing special. Typical solder point. This one doesn't come off, but the finish, the good thing is I know that this is not gonna scratch, which is very, very cool. Oh, so the hole is massive. So 6 mil. Whoa, no, 7 mil. Yeah, so even with a 7 mil, you have loads of space. So this hole is massive. It would need a bigger cable, or you can use like 7 mil prop plus braiding and plus heat shrink. Then it would fit. So these would be very cool for the thick, massive cables. But this one, I like it. It is more expensive. 402 is like 50p per connector. It's still cheaper than the like Rayon and stuff like Nutric. But this one, I really, really like the finish and everything. And the blue one, especially if you have like a color scheme, which the writing, you can hide it if you do it like upside down, so you won't see it. But if you have like a color scheme, now I'm thinking this looks very similar to Alpine Blue. And I'm gonna have my Alpine stuff. So maybe I'm gonna use these blue ones because they do look cool. Yeah, I like these. These are cool. And the last ones, 490 for 4, which is this one. Now this again doesn't look like paint. It looks like very hard paint. It's not gonna scratch for sure. You can see even when you're tightening and untightening, you can feel that the quality is much better. If you take these cheaper ones with the screwing, you can feel This one, you can feel that the quality is much higher compared to other ones. Again, typical, nothing really special. Not a split, just a normal one. And yeah, so this is not gonna scratch for sure. It feels similar to like automotive paint. Very, very hard wearing. This at the end is a plastic thingy, so you can remove it. Let's have a look at the cables. So with the plastic, you can fit a 6mm, which fits perfectly. Wow, like spot on. If you remove this one, then you have a bigger hole, and probably, yeah, 7.5 with heat shrink and braiding. Even this one with braiding. Yeah, so these, the quality wise, you can feel that they're much higher quality compared to the other ones. And I do really like them. Now, where's my rayon? This one. It's actually similar finish. The rayon and this one. It's very similar finish. This one feels maybe a bit thicker paint. But yeah, so like these rayon, they're cool. They're cheap, but they look a bit boring, I want to say. They're nothing special, just a square one. But like these ones look nice, and I really, really like these. Again, popping color, but I know they're not gonna scratch. And they look cool. So from these, I love these two. They look very good. I love the tightening mechanism on this one, but I don't really like the actual plug. And the rest are... these are definitely cheap crap. I wouldn't recommend these. This one is cool because it's short behind the head. You know, somewhere where you're really, really tight on space. This would be very cool. This one, I want to say no. But these two, definitely yes. And again, 402, 490. So like 50 and 75 pence per unit, which is much cheaper than you would buy something in like locally on Amazon stuff. I really like these. Again, you're gonna find all the links in the video description. Check them out. And if you have any experience with any of these RCA plugs, comment below. And yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next one.